for Mazzolino. Really encouraging from that Mufasa run when he's reeled off the quickest last 200 of that race.
Yeah, she's been going super all the way through. She's often the horse that's been overlooked a little bit, but she's going really well. It's just nice to see her draw a gate again. She's won at the mile at Wellington, and she had a little freshen up before going into the Mufasa, and that's just cleaned her up nicely. She worked this morning in company. She's worked out really well, and I think she's going in cherry ripe.
Luella Christina was fifth in that Mufasa. A pretty encouraging run from her as well. What did you make of that?
Yeah, she just worked on her a little bit, sort of early doors in the race. I think if she can draw a barrier, put her to sleep on the rail, just hold her up sort of for that last run, she'll be able to get the mile. We're having a bit of a throw at the stumps. She's a really beautifully related filly. And look, with the right draw, the right run, she can certainly get a piece of it.
Okay, what's her work been like leading in?
She's worked with Mazzolino this morning, and look, I thought on work, I thought they worked very similar. But two nice fillies going forward, and yeah, she's obviously beautifully bred, and she's got a big future ahead of her.
At Group 1 level, Medal of Honour, who may be a little bit disappointing last time out in the Mufasa Stakes. So how did you assess that run?
Yeah, it was an interesting race. On paper, they looked to go, a really solid tempo, but obviously Al Freston missed the kick, and the tempo went right out of the race. And drawn wide that day, just didn't want a tough run, so we've taken him back, and that's sort of against his racing pattern. He got a bit keen early, and he closed the race off okay on a very on-speed race. So I think back to the big track, up over a mile, he'll race a lot more prominent in the run, and I think you'll see a different horse on Saturday.
Yeah, just watched him work. How did you assess what he did out on the track here?
Yeah, probably his best piece of work this preparation. He's probably a little bit soft heading into Te Rapa off a very soft barrier trial at Avondale, so he'll strip a lot fitter, and I think, as I say, a big striding horse, the mile at Trentham will really suit him.
We've got Zahir and Sir Sterling. They've worked together here this morning. They're training to your satisfaction leading into a Group 1.
Yes, very, very happy with them. I was just a little bit disappointed with Sir Sterling's run the other day at Te Rapa, but initially, the first thought was, what's happened, but just going over the race and the whole pattern of the day, Vinny had to go back that day because he was drawn 12-12, and unless you're in the first bunch coming off the turn, you had no chance really, so that's what we put it down to, because his gallop this morning was very good.
Prior to that, the one at New Plymouth, very good, and if you are forgiving, he goes into this race as a smoky chance, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, he does, I think. We've got Declan Bates coming over to ride him from Melbourne, so he's quite keen to get on him. So yeah, I think he's talked to Damien Lane, who rode him in Crack a Million night. So.
And your other runners are here, really good last time out at Waverley. Has he progressed since then?
Very happy with his effort. Jonathan's riding him on Saturday, and he's got a good record with him, so he gets on well with him. So yeah, I'm expecting a good run from Zahir too.
Kristen, behind us is Alfriston, who heads towards a Group 1 Levin Classic this weekend. What'd you ask of him in training today?
Aidan, he worked over 1,300 metres with Matt Ivell in the saddle. He worked really well. I always go a little bit back in distance when I'm galloping him. He tends to work quite strongly after the post, and that way we get the work that we want to get into him.
Okay, obviously he's run in Group 1 before, finished 4th in the 2,000 guineas. Can you compare his condition going into this one?
Really happy with him. He hasn't had a lot of luck since that run. He missed the kick the other day in the 1,400 metre 3-year-old race at Te Rapa, and he looped the field with sort of 700 to go, and it was quite a good run. And young Taylor, she decided to go wide, and I understood her reasoning. Probably would have been better ridden for luck, but you got to make a decision when you're out there, and she did that. But he's come through that really well, and I think he'll be quite competitive Saturday.
Yeah, the start all important for him, isn't it?
Yeah, he needs to jump, but as he didn't fly the gates when he ran 4th at Christchurch, but he was able to work his way around, and strangely enough, probably if he didn't jump the best, a wider barrier draw would probably suit him. So we've just got to wait and see what cards we're dealt.
So he's a keen track worker. What's he like to deal with on a day-to-day basis?
On the ground, he's a lovely little horse, but he's quite a hard-mouthed little fella, and he likes to do his work, and Matt's actually clicked with him. I've had a few rides on him, but him and I don't click, so best I stay off those ones. But he's doing everything right, and he also likes the swimming pool, so he spends a bit of time in there as well, so that sort of just alternates his work.